Hey guys, I wanted to do some podcast recommendations today. I haven't done them in a little bit. And yeah, so I also have a surprise at the endish of the video. So if you're not in the mood to listen to me talk about this and you want to see what the surprise is, you can kind of, scooch forward in the video, whatever. So I mostly they're going to be news related and like US news kind of podcasts. I do want to re-mention first though Baby Geniuses, which is a podcast. It's put on by two wonderful ladies, Emily Heller and Lisa Hanawalt. Lisa is the person who did like the creative design or whatever for BoJack Horseman, the cartoon that's on Netflix. And Emily is a comedian, and they're both like just hilarious. The podcast is broken up into multiple sections. They do like a Wikipedia of it's every 2 weeks it comes out. So Wikipedia page, they talk about Martha Stewart's pony. They have an actual guest on that is an expert in something or whatever. I feel like the last episode was the person was an expert in Madonna, like a specific like best of compilation of Madonna, and then they have on another expert. I'm using quotations because it's usually just baloney, but it's very, very funny and impressive improvising towards the end. I just wanted to shout them out specifically because I feel like they're doing a really, really good job of continuing to make content that is enjoyable and fun, but still addressing things that are happening. So I feel like when the inauguration happened, I got really kind of down, and I feel like this is kind of like trivial, and why am I doing this? But then at the same time, I feel like it's nice to have positive, fun things to look forward to. So yeah, sure. And I guess like my medium is a much shorter form because they do have about an hour every two weeks, so they have time to kind of mention things in a more substantial way than I'm able to in a very short video that I'm trying to post on the internet. So, but they have done a really good job, in my opinion, of kind of mentioning things that are happening and like being relevant and politically aware, and also still making things very light and fun. And yeah, I just think they're an absolute riot. And then I also want to mention that I've mentioned before, Democracy Now! It's my news that I use. They had, I think it was last Thursday, they had Glenn Greenwald on, and oh my gosh, it was such a good show. It was so like enlightening. Sorry, this is probably going to be mostly political from here on out until the surprise at the end. But it was just so good what he was talking about because all of this stuff came out with Flynn having talked to the Russians during like between before Trump was actually inaugurated, and so they like all of this stuff came out, and then Glenn Greenwald was talking about how like revealing all this stuff kind of puts our country at risk, but depending on what is being revealed, certain people get upset about it. Like in our country, the political divide, in the United States, of course, the political divide is so extreme that it literally does not matter what happens as long as it's your party. So if your party does something, you're behind it no matter what. And if the other person's party does it, then you are not for it. So when Snowden came out with all of this NSA stuff, um, Democrats and Republicans were kind of like going after it, like, saying that that wasn't good. But now that this has happened, this leak that actually, does kind of give away that, like, oh, we were listening to you Russians. Democrats, like, don't care. They're like, oh, see how bad Trump is. See how bad Trump is. And it's like, I just can't deal with it. It was such a good episode. I am a Democrat, but um, you know, I wouldn't even consider myself a Democrat at this point. But the point is that there needs to be some accountability. Everyone needs to be held accountable for everything that's going on. Just, I am sick of like party politics and like playing, what's going on for. It's just it's absolutely ridiculous. So I really really enjoyed Glenn Greenwald. He is fantastic. I think he is the person who did the Snowden leaks, whatever. So, anyways, I thought that was a very, very interesting episode of that podcast. And in general, Amy Goodman tries to put everything that's across the board. I still haven't finished reading Democracy Now!, but that's okay. I'll finish it eventually. Um, and there's two new ones that I have to talk about. The first one is Pod Save America. And I think I heard about this one from Bree Hill, but it's, I think, three dudes, and yeah, they just are talking about what's going on. They had Obama on and did like his last interview as president, I believe. And yeah, I don't know like what exactly their thing is. I feel like they're in like they were in Obama's like press like something. Like they were kind of in there, so they have like, you know, access to people and stuff. So that's really cool. They have a bunch of different people on. I've only listened to a few of them. I'm just like inundated by podcasts all the time. And then the last one that I want to mention is Intercepted, which is Jeremy Scahill's new podcast. I've mentioned him before. He wrote Dirty Wars and Blacklisted, and he came out with the book The Assassination Complex, which is about Obama killing a bunch of people. So with his targeted assassinations, which is horrendous. And yeah, so I love Jeremy Scahill. When he was going on tour for the Assassination Complex, I went and I bought, I'm not a hardcover person, so I bought like his two older books and I had them signed. And yeah, he is just an absolutely fascinating human being, and that podcast is so well produced. So it's I listen to Democracy Now! Every single day, and I feel like that is definitely like it's like a news show, so it's just broadcasting a live radio program, so things happen, whatever, but this one is like specifically made for a podcast form, and it's so well produced. He's so intelligent. I it's fantastic if you are trying to listen to things. The Intercepted one comes out once a week. Democracy Now! Comes out every day, Monday through Friday, and it's about an hour long. And Pod Save America, I'm not sure. I feel like maybe like 2 or 3 episodes a week. I feel like it's kind of like whenever there's news or whenever there's able to film, or not film, record, they do it. So anyways, yeah, so I will link all those podcasts down below. I know I've mentioned Baby Geniuses and Democracy Now! Before, but these 2 new ones are really good, and sorry for being super political, but it's important to be informed, and I feel like getting news from these sources is good because they definitely try to take a look at everything that's going on, and they are not playing party politics, which I really enjoy. So exciting. I'm gonna do a giveaway because it's been a really long time since I've done a giveaway. I think last year at the beginning of the year I was doing, like, for every monthly wrap up I would do a giveaway at the end of it, and I kind of miss doing that. I don't think I'm gonna get quite there yet. Maybe I'll start doing that again later in the year. But I feel like it's fun. The only reason I don't like it is because I don't like want people watching my videos just because they might win something. Like, I want you to watch my videos because you want to. So that's the only reason why I'm kind of like about doing it for every month. Maybe I'll just like start doing it randomly though. So I am gonna give away one of my top books of 2016. I'm just gonna rattle them off really fast. I wrote them in a list, but I am gonna link the video where I talk about all the books down below so that you can like look at it and then come back here and then comment. Or if you want, you can just say, oh, you want to participate, and then if you win, you can go back and look at it and pick a book, whatever you want. I really don't care. I think I'm gonna do 2 winners. I feel like 2 sounds good. Right now I have $0 though. Well, not 0. I have $11 in my bank account right now. Not to like, whatever. So I am not going to like buy it and send it out until next month. I'm just gonna start the giveaway now, and it will go until the end of February, and then I will pick someone probably on March 1st, and then shortly thereafter mail you the book. Oh, I guess those things that I have to say, you have to be 18 or older, or if you're younger you have to have parental consent, and yeah, that should be all the things. So the books that I talked about are Welcome to the Monkey House by Kurt Vonnegut, 10th of December by George Saunders, and Laughter in the Dark by Vladimir Nabokov, I believe translated by Nabokov, but I don't have the book with me right here. Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer, Bird Box by Josh Mallerman, The Chronology of Water by Lydia Yuknovich, which is a memoir. I also talked about the Elena Ferrante series, the Neapolitan novels, so if you have not started it, My Brilliant Friend, or if you are in the middle of it and just don't have the next one and you want that, then whichever one you want in the series I will send to you. That's translated by Ann Goldstein. Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison, super good. From the Belly of My Beauty by Esther Berlin, I forget, and I don't have the book right here. The House on Mango Street by Sandra Cisneros, Beloved by Toni Morrison, and Insert Boy by Dinez Smith. So yes, I kind of just like want to send Insert Boy to whoever wins anyways, just because I want everyone to read that book and no one else has read it on YouTube that I've seen. So that is all I have to say today. Sorry for being, whatever, but whatever. That's it. Okay, have a super day. Let me know if you've been listening to any good podcasts that I could add to my lists. please, because I love podcasts. Okay. Bye.